正面に。で、はい。お願いします。はい、どうぞ。Outside of the legs, stimulate long energy. And inside of the legs. Outside again. Oh, and reach for the toes. You can balance or not balance, but lightly. We don't need to take super deep, extreme stretches. Alright, feet apart. And again, stimulate the inside and the outside. Hips even, lower back. Side again. I reach towards the toes. No need to overdo it. Just want to warm up the body. Other side. And down the middle. All right, stretch the back, going backward. Lower the chest and keep the chest expanded. Other side. All right, down the middle again. Now your feet together. Soles of the feet together too. Just let them move a little bit first. A little bit of mobility. Then use the elbows, if you like, to stretch the legs down further. Bring your center into your soles of your feet. And then stretch even more, open this up. More rotation using that stretch. Other side. Rotation. So, let's loosen the ankles. Other way. Alternate. All right, stretch the toes. Other way. Lengthen them. And widen them. And then pressure. Suina. Keep your center though. This is a good opportunity to use your center rather than hunch over like that. Right, and a little bit of tapping. Right, shake it out. Other ankle. Other way. Alternate. Right, and stretch toes. Other way. And elongate them, lengthen them. Widen them. And some pressure. Massage. Keep the chest open. Just let your body weight fall right through your thumbs. Right, and pounding. And shake it out. Onto your belly. side. Other side. And alternate both sides. All right, and child's pose. Right, and then shoulder down, other shoulder. Should feel it in your shoulder blade, should feel really nice. The other one again, and this time roll your arm, almost like you're going to get an Ikkyo pin, and then even further. So that the palm of the hand is touching the mat, the floor, the mat, or the carpet. Other side, shoulder down, rolling the arm. Are you okay? And let's rock back onto our feet. Shifting back and forth. Should feel a good massage to the toes and the balls of the feet. Also maybe a nice stretch in the Achilles and calves. Right, and then let's do downward dog. Really let your shoulders and head go low. All right, one foot up. Other foot. And then salamander pose is what I call it. Left hand is right next to the left foot. Right hand and the right leg are stretched out forward and backward. And let's switch it. Right hand is exactly next to the right foot. Drop the hips when you do this. Should feel really good in the hamstrings, quads, and lower back. And once again, back to a squat on the toes. Okay, let's stand up, kind of, touching the toes. And bending again. Open the chest. All right, standing again. Squatting again. Standing again. And then this time feet wide, bending the one knee. All right, revert or opposite side that is. I drop the shoulder this time. Switch to the other shoulder. And alternate. And all the way down. Let's toe up towards the ceiling. Other side. Toe up towards the ceiling. Again. And again. And the feet kind of together. Right, and imagine scooping up the air, scooping up the energy. Right, inhale. Again. Right, okay, then the hands, let's put them this way, okay, like this, and up over the head. We'll take a step forward and shift the weight to that front foot, and then twist to the outside. Stretch to the outside. And remember to stretch your hands up. Other foot. This should feel incredible on your lower back. Again. And again. All right, great. Okay, then the hands. Other one. And fix the computer. And then this one. Other. And you can let it roll right in the palm. Fingers come around the thumb. Here for those of you who are newish. And Sankyo. Other side. Other hand rather. And then this one. Other hand. This hand again. Other hand one more time. Yes. Let's shake them out. Again. Hi. Forgot to set do not disturb. Sorry if that sound is distracting. Okay, then left foot forward. Reminder, shoulders down, neck stretching up, chest expanded, shoulder blades reaching towards each other behind you. Also, another reminder, 65-ish degrees with the back foot. Front foot, it's should be about 4 foot lengths. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, big healthy stance. Here we go. Hey ho, 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 hey ho. Other side. So again, this back foot, 65 degrees, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right. Hey ho, 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 hey ho. Right. Inhale. Let out. Again. Last one. Hey, okay. Let's start off with our, let's start right off with our shoto, short sword, if you've got one. And by the way, if you do need weapons, we've worked out some deals with some suppliers of ours. I don't know how it would be sending them to Germany, but certainly the US is no problem for us now. Anyway, let's just go through A and B a little bit with the shoto, and then we'll, I want to move into C a little bit more this week. So if you're already comfortable with it, go when you're ready, and we'll be doing A, or go with me, up to you. Tenshin, then Seigan Namai. We step through, pivot, and cut back down. And if you want to visualize Shiho Nage, that's the very easiest one for this foot pattern. Seigan Namai. Come through, pivot, cut down. A little bit more with A. Continue. Nice cliff. Looks good, Mer. Looks good. And Mer, somehow the lighting is, I'm not quite sure if you're using one hand or two. So it should be one hand, just in case. Maybe you're already using one hand. So anyway, a reminder that it should be one hand holding the sword, not two. Yeah, the movement is really looking nice. Yeah, nice, Thomas. Really nice, Thomas. Beautiful, Zeres. Yeah. Okay, very nice, you guys. A couple of finer points. So our cuts that we're doing, both cuts in this A pattern are kesagiri, which is a slight diagonal. Okay, you should be able to do kesagiri right next to a wall without smashing it here, without smashing it here. All right, so kesagiri is diagonal, but not horizontal. The other thing, when this comes down, this follows this line, your center line. So my center line, if I'm standing in Shomen, is on my center. But if I drop this back heel and standing in Hammi, that puts the body at 45-degree angle. And so my center line shifts to over here, okay? So when this hand comes down, it's meant to follow, it's meant to stay on this line here. And an 8th Dan Iaido person, Numata Sensei, he says, wow, this is really difficult, but you've got to work at it. So if 8th Dan says it's difficult, it's difficult. But anyway, the blade is going aiming towards the partner's knee. Okay, their knee on that side. All right, so don't let it just stop here. It looks like one or two of you was maybe letting it stop here, but it is more of an angle. All right, and especially with the shoto, it's really easy. Especially with the shoto, and if you're thinking of like, oh, I gotta loosen up, I gotta stay loose, it's really easy to let this just swing the whole thing over here. But keep this in mind to try to let the hand drop following this line here, okay? So just a couple more goes with A. If I do this side, the hand follows this line, okay? But still points at a knee. And Seigangamai, come through, switch, let the hand follow this line. Just another time or two, and then we'll move on. Looks good, Mer. Good, Thomas. Everybody's looking good. We've really made progress. Very nice. All right, let's move right on to B. And posture is looking good from everybody too. Really made a lot of progress. Okay, so now right foot forward, shoto is in the right hand, back foot 65 degrees, so upper body's 45 degrees. And another reminder, by the way, we want to keep this line, we want to keep the shoulders level. Okay, and so when we cut, for example, it's easy to drop a shoulder, but it's not so smart, it's not so martially, it loses martial integrity. So anyway, keep that in mind also. We'll do B. I'll take smaller steps than normal so I don't crash into my camera. Seigangamai. Pivot. And cut towards the partner's knee. Smaller steps than normal. Yeah. Nice clip. Okay, let's switch over to a regular sword now. So just a little bit of what I've been learning about sword with Numata Sensei. Guess I had learned it a long time ago, but then we didn't do sword for quite some years. Anyway, he said it very nicely, very succinctly the other night, is that we cut with our feet or we cut with our legs. The word ashi in Japanese can mean feet or it can mean leg. So anyway, we cut with the feet or we cut with the legs. Ashi de kiru, he said. So if we're standing in Seigangamai, for example, then again, this is the center line. All right. And back foot, the heel is slightly off the ground. All right. When we cut, that heel drops and the foot drops into about 65 degrees off of this line here. All right. As I said earlier, when that back foot is at 65, that puts the upper body at about 45. So when we cut kesagiri, as I said earlier, we cut with the leg. So this back heel is upright now, and now it drops. And this hand, this left hand, is still on this line, not over here on this line. So if we go over to this line, it's really easy for this shoulder to end up dropping. So, okay. And so really, I continue to find interesting things in these A pattern, B pattern, C pattern. The thing that I've found recently, I may have even mentioned it last week, is all the transitions between Shomen body and Hamme body that are within this B pattern. We do this B pattern all the time, but I just started noticing all the times that I've got to differentiate between Shomen body and Hamme body. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at my camera and make sure that this is straight on, because we're really talking about detailed angles and such. That might be better. So anyway, if I do B with the long sword, the regular sword, then I start off in Hamme, of course. The step, Tenkang. So now I'm in Hamme because I just cut. Then I step back and into Seigangamai, as we discussed before. Seigangamai doesn't just mean like feet 65 and the sword here. Feet should be parallel. I hope you can see that. No, you cannot. Feet should be parallel. Okay? Not out like this, not with the toe out at an angle. So Seigangamai is a Shomen body. Yeah, okay. And so my legs should be a little bit wider, but my wall is in the way. So, but anyway, the back foot is not at an angle. It's parallel. So again, we do Kesa. Then we step back into Seigangamai. Make sure that your feet are also allowing you to do Seigangamai, not Hamme. And then we turn. Zengo Giri, right? We turn, and we should also be in Shomen body. And then we cut Kesa and drop that back heel and go into Hamme body. So if I didn't say so last week, there's a lot to this. There's a lot to this B pattern. So let's try it a few times with the sword. And you can either start now, if you got what I said, or I'll go through it again and explain it as I go if you want to review it. So I should take bigger steps, but need a bigger living room for that. So otherwise, do this. Seigangamai, 2 parallel feet. Zengo Giri into Shomen body. Drop it for Hamme body. Here, center line just moved over here. Or with my left foot forward to begin. Hamme body. Now back into Seigangamai, Shomen body. Zengo Giri. Okay. And remember to take that left hand down this center line. Don't take it over here. Same when you cut this way, Kesa. Don't take it over there. Right? Wherever your center ends up from your cut, that line, your left hand follows that line. Yeah. Too far. Turned too much. There we go. The tip of the sword goes diagonally the whole way, but the left hand goes straight down. It's crazy. Very nice. Nice cliff. Yeah. Takes some getting used to, doesn't it? Make sure that you drop that back heel as you come down with the Kesagiri. And that you straighten and lift the back heel when you do Seigangamai. Nice, Mer. Wow. really fluid. And that's the next thing for you, Mer, actually. Things are all looking good. Just, yeah, the more hours you get, the more fluid you can make your movement. Please continue, everybody. I forgot to get my clock from the other room. I'll be right there. Uh-huh. There we go. Looking good. Okay, let's switch back to the shoto now. And let's continue with B. Shoto is easier as far as space, at least for me. And but it's a little more challenging to think of, to keep in mind all these lines and which body, whether it's Hammi body or Shomen body. So be aware of that. Think of that through all these turns and pivots and everything. Let's do a little bit more B. And by the way, another thing that's a little bit challenging with shoto is that your hand is going to want to move off of this center line even more. It's going to want to go over there instead of here-ish. See what I mean? So go when you're ready with B. Here. Seigan Namai with Shomen body. Pivot. Uh-huh. And left forward. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're doing this in the park. And it's got its own challenges because of pivoting in the grass is a challenge. This part right here, really difficult in the park. Continue. Nice Thomas. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Very nice, Thomas. Good fix, Cliff. Yeah. Yeah. Nice, Cliff. Yeah. I'm not getting a view of your feet, but it looked from your body, it looked like the feet were doing exactly what they were supposed to do. Yes, yes, yes. And that heel drops. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Nice, Mer. All right. And then you can put your weapons to the side. Okay. And let's try this. It always feels a little bit funny. I'm going to switch to gallery view for myself. let's try this ukemi through Zoom, right? And if I remember correctly, I think some people feel more comfortable with this straight ahead angle. Other people reported that they felt more comfortable doing this angle. I myself, I think I do better with this angle when we're doing the pretend pairing, but let's do both since we seem to be divided on that. So they're both interesting for me, but I do get confused going that way. We'll see what happens today. So anyway, everybody imagine grabbing my right hand with your left hand, my right wrist with your left hand. Yes, we're going to start with A, by the way. So here, you're taking a look at me. Yes, yes, yes. I go into Seigan Gamai. Come through, pivot, and throw you. No need to fall down, of course. You can if you want, though. My left wrist, your right hand. Good, Mer. Good. And then watch the screen when I go into Seigan Gamai. See if you can catch some inspiration from this. Seigan Gamai. Okay, so really imagine that you're grabbing my wrist, you're grabbing my wrist tight, and then I go into Seigan Gamai. Yeah, in person, it's really quite a transition. Okay, so that was 2 from the front. Now let's try from the side. You're grabbing my right wrist with your left hand. I'm going this way. Yes, just A, Tenshin, Seigan Gamai. Okay, then what makes sense? I guess if I go over here for the next one, that's where I get kind of confused. Anyway, okay, imagine grabbing my left wrist with your right hand now. Yeah, good. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take the kemi from you guys. And how about everybody offer me your right wrist, let's say? Okay, got it. Got Thomas's wrist. Yes, got everybody's wrist. Just A, not B yet. Go when you're ready. Yes, nice. Nice. Oh, this is throwing me. Yes, good. Okay, your left wrist, my right hand. Very nice. Very nice. Let's move on to B now. I'll throw first. So we'll start with the right, consistent with our class. My right hand, so my right wrist, your left hand grabbing. Yes, I better start back here. Okay, and come all the way around there. Seigan Gamai. Pivot and cut. Nice. My left wrist, your right hand. Yes. I think on cat. Seigan Gamai. Pivot, cut. Very nice, very nice. Okay, this angle, this camera angle. My right hand, my right wrist, your left hand. Here we go. Tenkang. Seigan Gamai. All the way over there. Pivot, cut. Nice. My left wrist, your right hand. Tenkang. Seigan Gamai. Pivot, throw. Very nice, very nice. Okay, this time I'll take ukemi from you guys. Somebody give me, what are we doing? Your right hand, please. Your right wrist, my left hand. Yeah, okay. When you're ready, yes. Nice, Thomas. Nice. Yes. I used to train in a tiny dojo in Japan. This reminds me of it. We were always throwing each other into the walls. So your left hand, my right, your left wrist, my right hand. Hi. Nice, 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 nice. Yes, Thomas. Good, good, good. Yeah, great. Now let's try it from this angle. Let's see, your right foot, your right foot and your right hand, wrist, my left hand. Good, Mer. There you go, no. Nice. Okay, your left wrist, my right hand. Oh, nice. Yes. Great. All right. Very, very nice. Let's get our Jo actually. Changed my mind at the last minute. So let's move into C pattern. Right foot is forward. And then this is partner moving, or the hand. So if you look at it from this side, this is just representing a person and representing their arm for now. At the beginning, this represents their arm. Okay. So we take a step forward and tenkan. So the same beginning as B pattern. And then let them come back up. So when we do Irimi Nage, person goes, we bring the person down and then they pop back up, don't they? So oftentimes, one of the variations. So same thing, we let shomanuchi. Before we were working on katate dori, now we're working on shomanuchi. So we let it go past us and tenkan with a cut. Once again, just like we did before, it's a cut. And then we let it come up. Pivot. I wonder, seeing everybody look closely. Let's let me show you with sword again, just to review. Some people who haven't been here for a week or two might want to review. So, right foot forward, it's almost like B. Tenkan. We leave the feet there, we just pivot and do kiriage. Or the other side, left foot forward, step and tenkan with kesagiri. Leave the feet there and pivot. And remember, when we turn but leave the feet where they are, they do move along the surface. One class we spent a little bit of time for how to turn, not just to dig your feet into the ground and twist and throw off your back after repetitive movement, but actually lift the back heel, lift the front, the ball of the foot of the front, and then the front and the heel again. So this will save your body, this kind of movement. Now, of course, though, this is pretty slow, so later on, it becomes more smooth. But don't just leave them there and dig holes in the surface, okay? So one more time, right foot forward. Step, tenkan. Leave the feet there, but let them glide along the surface. And kiriage. And then final one, final demonstration. Here, here, leave them there, kiriage. Okay. Let's keep the sword for a little bit. Continue. And I'll take a look, see what's going on, see if I need to clarify more. Good, Cliff. Now, here's something interesting. Just last night at the park with Ben and Adam, here's what was happening. They weren't completing this keisagiri. They were, or one of them anyway, forget which. But anyway, they were just coming to about here instead of down towards the knee level of the partner. So they're coming just to here. So then the kiriage, or the upward cut, was more of a horizontal cut. Okay? So complete that keisagiri so that it's pointing like towards the knee or the shin of your would-be attacker. And then, since you're low, you can go up. It is indeed a kiriage. Okay? So make sure that each movement is complete so that it makes sense to move into the next one. Beautiful, Thomas. Wow, nice, Mur. Getting more and more fluid. Nice, Ceres. Yeah. I think you're working on carpet too, and that's got its own challenges. So that was looking nice. Beautiful, Thomas. Yes, looking better each time, Cliff. Then, Cliff, if you like, you can add one more element to it, because you've been doing this for a while. So I'm going to give you one more thing to add to it. So this is looking nice now. This line is looking nice with this pivot. If you like, you can also bring your shoulders a little bit back over your hips more so that you can add more of this to your kiriage. Yeah, you're ready for that. Yeah, nice, Cliff. That's exactly what I was talking about. Okay, let's put the sword down now and go back to shoto. So again, I find that the shoto in some ways, shoto's kind of my thing, right? It's part of my trademark in a way. I do a lot of shoto work and I really enjoy it. It's really comfortable for me, and we did tons of it in Japan. So in one way, I feel when I pick up the shoto, I go, it feels so much more free. But I do also see some challenges when you've got the two hands holding the sword. They kind of keep each other in line, so to speak. They don't allow, the one hand doesn't allow the other hand to go too far off what it's supposed to be doing. So be aware of that is all. And so we still want to maintain all these lines, but it's going to be easier to lose those lines. Okay, and in some cases, yeah, you want total, complete freedom, but this is more sort of regimented, this practice that we've been doing on Zoom. So anyway, remember, this is quite different from somebody coming up with katate dori, gyaku hammi. Now this is ai hammi shomunuchi, isn't it? So we step past their shomunuchi and make your body so that they don't cut your back shoulder. Okay, really open your chest. But it's the same footwork. We step past and we cut on the tenkan. We cut into kesagiri. And leave the feet there, but let them glide along the surface. And kiriage. Other side. Left hand holds the blade, left foot forward, shoulders down, neck is loose. Step and tenkan. Kiriage. Right foot this time. The beginning of that last one might have been kind of funny. Anyway, again, I'm just reminding myself that this is shomen attack, not karate. Step past it, let it go past you. Tenkan and cut. Let the feet glide in your pivot. Kiriage. Left foot forward, blade in the left hand. Right. So we let the shomen go past us. Step, tenkan with kesagiri. Glide, let it cut up. And you can get more and more fluid as you're becoming more comfortable with it. Nice cliff. Yes, Thomas. Nice myrrh. Uh-huh. Yes. And then Cliff, you can feel free to use those hips as you did that time before. You're still using them, of course, but if you like, you can put even more snap, more power for that, if you like. It does demand. It is demanding on the knees, so whatever works for you. And if you're on carpet, could be challenging. Very nice, everybody. Okay, then with just a minute or two left, last week we used the towel. Let's not get the towel yet. Let's just see if we can imagine it. So we step, tenkan, kiriage, into a little bit more extreme knee bend. Kiriage, and then sinking back. Remember when the towel swayed back here? Left foot, step, tenkan, kiriage way forward and then back. You know what? Let's take a minute or two just to get a towel. Yeah. Because it's worthwhile. In fact, I'm gonna have the towel and the sword. Yeah, cool. Let's try that today. Great. Okay. So I'm gonna. This might be the first time that I'm doing this. I don't remember if I've done this before, but I'm gonna keep the sword and have a towel. So this is my uke. Specifically, my hand is at either the neck or the shoulder, the far shoulder. Some styles grab a hold of the neck, some styles put their hand on the far shoulder. So anyway, here comes shomenuchi. I let it go past me. Cut kesa, put my hand on the neck or the shoulder. Kiriage, but extreme one. And then let it sway back around. Up to you how extreme you want to be with that. But anyway, this is where uke doesn't just fly up and out. They come up and they're still there. So then you bring them around that front knee. Let the shoulder go past. Kesaigiri. Kiriage. And around. Switch. Let it go past. Kesaigiri. Kiriage, extreme forward and back. Step. Kesa. Kiriage. And back. Nice cliff. Wow. Whoa, Mer, beautiful. And Thomas, if you do even more, how do I say it? If you do even more forward and back at the end. So if I do from this angle, kesa, kesaigiri, and then kiriage, really, really extreme this time. This is not normal, not usual. Before we were just going up like this. But now we can come into kiriage, and then back also. Bend that knee to bring it back. It's the rowing exercise is what it is. Or if I switch my feet, I've done the kesa, kesaigiri. Now I'm going into kiriage, but I'm going extreme forward. And extreme back. Okay, that's gonna, wow, cliff, beautiful. Nice, Ceres. Oh, nice, Thomas. Wow, that's exactly what I was talking about. And then if you want to cheat, you can get a longer towel too. it's an amplifier. All right, I've got bad news. We've got to stop. So let's put down our props. And let's just warm down a little bit. Hey. Yeah, that's it. That was park mode. We don't sit in the dewy grass too much in the park. Here we go. Right. Right. Let's bow out. Show my knee. There. Right. どうもありがとうございました。All right.